Okay, let's look at the market. Yeah, what a day. Wow. But let's look at the weekly. We'll look at my trade. We'll look at the daily. We'll look at the intraday charts to see what the trades of the day are. Let's get started here on the weekly chart. These are the S&P 500 futures. This is the weekly chart. And you can see we got a green candlestick here. Body's been halfway eroded. 123, we'll call it, for the range for the week. So a decent size range week. Look at this. My goodness, it continues to do the old... And that crossover is whook. Alrighty. So, as I said before, this could do a little bouncy bounce once it gets down here and then whatever. I think we're in for quite a time for this to go down. I mean, even if this bounces over here, whatever, let's say it gets down to 40, this area, one of these two here, bounces up, goes all-time new high. Okay, and then to see this cycle out here, this is like we already might as well talk about it. This cycle out here in February, March of 2025, I think potentially is for more decline. I think there's a possibility for a lot more decline out here. Of course, that's a long way to go. We got to see the dynamics, but with this thing looking like it is right now, it's gonna be hard to say where this MACD bottoms. Is it just gonna be straight down over here for a while? I mean, this thing could run. It could take off and blast out into. Like I said, this thing could extend past like over here into July, August. It's very possible it could just keep on going. Not saying it's going to do that. Probably won't, because we've got a pretty decent cycle that seems to be accurate here, but we'll watch what this does on how it forms its low and gets out of here, and whatever all-time highs, all that good stuff, if it gets back up there, that's great. Whatever we trade, whatever the market gives us. But then over here, going into early part of 2025, that's going to be interesting to see what the market does way out here. It's hard to say right now without but I would not be surprised to get a big decline out here. All right. Here are the ranges. I think we're going to hit this 49.37. I'm pretty sure this is going to happen. And 48.69 probably going to happen. So we broke through the 50.63 obviously. So now I just think it's one of these two candlesticks. Yeah, one of these two supports is most likely going to happen before this thing is done out here in late May, kind of middle of June. Okay, and if it really gets steaming and really gets a rolling, well, then 47.02 can come into question. Okay, all right, let's take a look at my trade. All right, here's my trade, $1,275 today, monster day. It was actually a lot bigger than this. The total was about just about $2,000. Actually, it's even more than that. I just didn't take a screenshot of it because I was taking a nap. I was so tired. I was up super late, and I got up at 6:30 in the morning. So I was running on like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So I took a nap in the afternoon. I just set a stop. Not a stop. I set a limit right around the time here, maybe a little bit lower, sitting right around in the 90s maybe. And I took a nap around 2:30 my time, and I set it for 50.86. So that was another 10 points down. So that put me at about 1,800, and then that was the E mini, which is M for mini. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's stupid. We'll just write out mini. And then actually I traded the micros too, and on the micros I made about a little over $400. Because I was counter trading the E minis because the market was moving against me. And that's the beauty of having both micros and minis. I had a position going in the wrong direction on the mini, so I just traded the micros, and I was chipping away, making profit on it while this one was taking some hits. But I didn't close it because I was pretty sure the market was going to pull back, which it did. So altogether, when it was all said and done, at the end of the day, $2,400 day. Oh my gosh, nice day. And I actually missed a little bit because it came at 3 o'clock. That's another great thing about futures. Options close and all that stuff. But futures keep on trucking all the way to 4 o'clock. And it was after 3 o'clock that the futures pulled back really hard. And they came all the way down to 50, 70. So I missed like another 16 points. But you got to sleep sometime, man. So anyways, monster day, $2,400 day. Yeah, we want to see more of those days, right? This is the daily chart. Here is the candlestick for today, the one that just closed. Futures just opened. You probably can't see it because it's buried behind some of these numbers right here. I'll fix all this up when I get done with the video. But today right there, the range was, let me see, hover over it here. It was a range of 56.5 and, it was just a big red day. Yeah. You want to hear the crazy thing? I told my members last night in an email, I said, the universe data, which is data I collect, says the market's going to go down. It's going to be a red day. And I said, I don't think it's going to do that. I think we're going to have a small to medium green day, like 35 to 55 range. Well, I actually said that in the Discord server. But in the email, I basically said, the universe data says the day is going to be down. And then I gave my opinion that I didn't think it was going to do that. And the market was going to have a small to medium day or something like this in the email. Man, look at this big red day. It was awesome. That universe data is just like, oh my gosh, don't play with universe data, man. That stuff is so crazy accurate. That's just like, okay. So yeah, as crazy as that sounds, you're probably shaking your head. What the heck is universe data? Well, if you want to know my opinion about the marketplace and the nightly emails, become a member. Hang around the end of the video. I mean, what are you waiting for? You've been watching my videos forever in a day. It's $7.99. Okay, stop sitting on the sidelines. Start making some money. Okay. So big day. And if you want my opinion about tomorrow, you're going to have to become a member. I'm not going to keep giving it away for free in the daily chart, but yeah, I do have my opinion about tomorrow. Okay. Some days I'll just publicly say what I think about the next day, but I'm not going to do that today. Okay. Because members are paying for that kind of information. All right. Needless to say, we've got a cycle low out here on May 8th and 9th. And, we can move this thing. Let me get this thing out of the way here. Move this out of the way. Move this one out of the way too. Okay. You can see there's a green candlestick that just started right there. Right there. That's today because futures open up at 5 p.m. Texas time. So that's already trading. Gotta love futures. Yeah. So, I mean, we came down real hard here. It did a little bouncy bounce. Got a red day. More bounce, more down. What's it going to do? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Either way, probably going to, may bounce up in here and then come back down. I don't know. We'll see. This May 8th cycle low is going to be interesting to see what happens there. Do we get something here? Does it just ignore it and do one of these big whoopsie-doos? Does it do a pullback here? Up, bang. Okay, because I believe there is a cycle, some type of cycle low there around May 8th or 9th. Okay. And of course, we've been talking about this late May to mid-June for a while here. This is where the big cojones, the end of the pullback we think is going to be over here, okay? Well, I say me and the mouse in my pocket, right? Where I think this is going to be. Somewhere around this area, okay? With the caveat that it could extend and go deeper. And then this all gets pushed out and the weekly will change and blah, blah, blah. We'll deal with the cycles if they change. All right, so looks like the futures gapped down just a little bit on the open, didn't they? Let's see. This closed at 79 3/4. And this opened up at oh, wow, really? That's interesting. This closed at 79 3/4. This opened up at 70. So at a 9, almost almost a 10-point gap. Am I reading right? Yeah, wow. That's crazy. So this gap down 10 points on the open, which is pretty big. That's a pretty big gap. So futures gap down on the open. That's that's saying a lot. Okay. Let's move over to the intraday charts. We're gonna find out where were the trades of the day. Let's check it out. All right, here we are on the 5-minute chart. Let me switch this chart drawing set just to make sure there's nothing funny going on. Okay, 5-minute chart. Still looking at the June E-mini futures here, right? And we got the GITTS Plus indicator turned on so we can see to help us with where the trades of the day are. Okay, and look at this. We're going to start. I mean, there were so many trades today. Oh my gosh. I mean, today was raining money. Just like yesterday rained money on that big, huge green day. Well, today was raining money on a red day. And I just want to say to the members, if you're afraid to trade short, you need to get rid of that fear. And I know a lot of people are. So, because you can make money in either direction, right, in the market. That's what you want to be doing. Let's talk about late last night. Okay, 1:40 a.m. There was some good trading. Remember those old Campbell soup commercials? Good soup. Yeah. Well, this is good trading last night. So at 1:40 my time, you get the GITTS Plus indicator saying, hey, snap out of it. I think there's a trade here. And boy, was there. Look at this, man. Oh, my goodness. Of course, this was hard to pick up this trade, okay? But that's where the 15-minute chart and some other charts are going to help you out. But look at this trade. It ran from 51.22 all the way down to 51.07. Oh, my gosh. I mean, you don't often get that kind of movement in the night, right? Yeah, crazy. 22 to 07. All right. Yeah, really, really nice. So let's see, 12 and 3, 15 points. 15 points if you happen to be up. Just trading late in the night. Huge. We got to take, anytime we get these kind of days where we're just making so much money, we just drop off the H and go from huge to huge. It's huge. So remember that 15 points if you happen to be up at that time. Okay, let's get into pre-market. Was there anything going on pre-market? Well, there was a little bit. This was at 8:15 this morning. There was a little bit something right here. You could trade this little run up right here if you wanted to. It was perfect. I mean, perfect signal. I mean, it was really good. Look at this down here. That somebody's at the bottom. It makes a little run. And who wouldn't think today was going to be a green day, right? Almost everybody thought today was going to bring a green day, except for the universe data that said it was going to be red. Doggone universe data just absolutely nailing it. Just like the GITTS Plus indicator is. So this was a pretty decent trade. You're not going to get right in right there. Maybe you get in a little bit like halfway up this candlestick. So we'll call it 51.12 and it ran to about 51.20. 8 points. 8 points. 8 PT, baby. We had 15 over there. Way back over there. We'll just put 15 over there. And 8 points here. We're up to 23. Okay. And it just keeps getting better. This is one of those days. I told my members, kind of mid-morning, early morning, I said, you're going to want to watch the 5-minute chart today. This is the chart that's going to make you money. I could just tell. Sometimes you've been doing this for so long, you know which charts to watch. Now, I watch all the charts. I don't just pigeonhole myself into one chart, but on a day like today, yeah. So then what happened? 8:50. So this is about 20 minutes after intraday opened up. Look at this signal. Bam. We get a signal. We get the pinky, purple, whatever candlestick up here. And it just goes absolutely implosion mode. It just implodes. SMI's at the top, so it's not too hard to figure out what's going on here. Right? We can squeeze this up a little bit so this looks a little bit more obvious. Right? Look at this SMI right here. It's not way up there, but it's above the red line. So it's up there enough, right, to help you figure out which direction you're going in. Right? You just wait for it to curl over a little bit, and bam, you're in the trade. Probably right on this candlestick somewhere in here. We'll call it 51.17. And it just keeps on motoring. Most people would have got out right there, but if you were really brave and stayed in, you went all the way down here to 50.85, which of course was perfect support on the daily chart. Stick that up your Fibonacci. Yeah. Fibonacci, more like. I keep telling everybody, you know, I'm not saying Fibonacci is bad, but okay. You gotta know natural support and resistance points. And sure enough, this came right down, absolutely touched the daily chart support. If you go to the daily chart that I send out every night in email, you'll see it on there. So let's count this together. So we know we had 15 points, then we had 8. Now we're on this one. This one's from 51.17 and ran all the way down to 50.85. Oh my gosh, can't even calculate that. See, 15 points. 15 points to there. And then another 17. Okay, so it's 32. 32 points. All right. And this time I actually do think you can get all this. And the reason why is because if you're paying attention to the daily chart, you know that 50.85 number is very likely. And sure enough, it came down and did it. That's why you stay in the trade. You don't get scared out of here. Now we didn't get a get us plus signal here, and this thing ran up super duper hard. Okay, it can't get them all right, guys. Okay, I'm sorry, you know. Guys and gals, but look at the top. What happened up here? Oh my goodness. I mean, we're already just in blast off mode far as raking in the, I mean, it's raining money. It's like having a money tree in your backyard. Right? You go out there every day, you pick a few leaves, and the next day you come out, there's more leaves on the tree. $12:45 Texas time. Because what other time is there? Okay, I'm sorry. A little bit rude. I admit I'm biased towards Texas. There, I said it. 12:45. What do we get? We get us plus indicator saying, hey man, snap out of it. There's a trade. And sure, excuse me, sure enough, two, that's what I get for being, see that? It made me cough. Being a smart aleck. 2 candlesticks later, 10 minutes later, this thing gives it up, starts rolling over really hard. Oh, Poplamski. And I say, you're not going to get in at the very top, so let's give it a little, we're going to get in somewhere right around here. 51.12, which, what do you know? We matched it over here. Look at this. Almost identical, guys. Look at this thing. They were almost identical. 51.12 again. And we're going to say kind of hard to get down into this area. A little bit harder, because you're probably going to get out right here. So we'll take it to 5,100 here. So that's 12 points. 12 points. 15, 8, 32, 12. It's just a crazy day. Oh my, these numbers probably exceed the total range of the day. And then over here, like 2:30, I ran out of gas, man. I was so tired because I was up pretty late till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning or something like this. I think it was even 3:30. I can't remember. I was up late. I got up at 6:30. And so I got like 3 hours of sleep. Stayed up, watched the market, did all this stuff. Till 3:30, I was it. My eyes were so heavy, I was like, I had to go lay down. But I went short somewhere. The market was so, sometimes you just have a sense for the market. I can't explain it, but I was short, believe it or not, down in here. 15.95, somewhere in this area. Okay. I wasn't worried about the market running up. because the weekly and the daily were telling me everything I needed to know. So I just took a short right here and went and took a nap. And then before I took the nap, I set my limit at 50.85. Oh, no, sorry, 50.86. So it was right around here. Now, why would I do that? Because the 50.85 support on the daily chart, well, you know, it's like screaming at me, telling me, you know, this is where the market's going. So it ran from like 95 to 85. It picked up another 10 points. And this one happens, what time? 3:05 is when the big candlestick comes in. Because why? Those, yeah. Because there are entities that will wait for the intraday to close, which closes at 3 o'clock my time. And they traded literally 5 minutes later. They ran a 25 range candlestick. And they use futures to do it. T5, folks, that's why you got to be trading futures, because you can't get this in options. After the market closes, and I picked up all this extra bankage over here. Another 10 points. Ay. Now, I didn't get all of these. I got some of them. But we're going to count all these points up. Okay? And we're going to talk about if you were just like robot trading and following the GITTAS Plus indicator, you would have made just, and I'm only looking at GITTAS Plus points here. Like I didn't put any points for this area right here. Okay, let's add them up. 23 and 32 is okay. 52, 55, 65, 67, 77 points. 77 points of trading today just on the 5-minute chart with the GITTAS Plus indicator telling you yes. It's just one word, yes. 77 points of trading today. Now we get these kind of days, and it happens on the 5-minute chart. I think it happened last week. I talk about this all the time. I've gone through this exact same exercise several times in the last month or two. Okay, many times actually. All right. So on some days when you've been trading for a while, guys and gals, you have a feel for the market, and you're like, oh, today's look at the 5-minute chart day. You know, I still look at the 15-minute and the 1-hour chart and the daily chart. I'm always looking at them. But the chart that's going to give me the signals, I was pretty sure it was going to be the 5-minute chart. Though I was paying attention to the other ones too for signals, but the 5-minute chart was just popping off. All right. That's what the GITTAS Plus indicator can do. That's the kind of money you can make. 77 points if you were just absolutely monster trading over the last, 18 hours, whatever it was. For one E-mini contract, that's $7,700. I'm sorry, 2 E-minis would be $7,700. One E-mini, 35 plus whatever 350 was this 38 in 50. I don't know, my math, hope it's right. Something like this. Right? 76 plus another 50. Yeah. 38.50. Okay, if you're trading micros, like I always say, just put a dot there, 1 decimal over. All right. I mean, thousands of dollars today. Thousands of dollars being made. I mean, you saw I made $2,400. Okay. $2,400 today. And that's being sloppy. I was being, sloppy trading. Right? I wasn't strictly following every time GITTAS popped on. You would think I'm the one that created this GITTAS Plus indicator. I would adhere to my own logic, but, human beings being what they are, Okay, what a day. Monster day. Just showing you the power of the GITTAS Plus indicator. If you're not a member, man, you're sleeping at the wheel. You need to snap out of it. I'm not going to cover any other intraday charts. This was the absolute monster day. The range for today, if I remember right, was 56, something like this. But we just looked at a total range of 77 in trading. Folks, let me tell you something. When you're trading larger range than the total range of the day, you're making some serious buku bucks. You are totally outperforming just about everybody and anything. I mean, you're crushing it. All right. I know there's going to be people that join today. Guarantee it. So stick around to the end of the video. I'll show you how to do that. For the rest of you guys and gals, We'll talk to you next time. All right, so you want to become a member of that is completely awesome because you're probably, hopefully, let me put it that way, hopefully you're going to make some money. There's a discord.com link in the description below the YouTube video. So make sure you read those instructions and then click on the discord.com link. It's going to bring you over to get a server. Then click on server shop. Brings you to this page right here. $7.99. $7.99. Are you kidding me? What are you waiting for? I don't have to sell it, right? I don't have to sit here and talk about like a used car salesman. It's the greatest thing ever, you know. I mean, you saw the video today. I don't know how. It amazes me. I don't know how I don't have thousands of members. It's freaky. People are crazy. Hold on to $8 like it's the last thing ever, when they could be making, probably, I should say, hopefully they could be making a lot more than what they spend each month in the subscription here. The streaming charts are down here. We looked at one of them today, which was a 5-minute chart, but there's also a 15-minute chart and a 1-hour chart. So click on this down here. You're going to get the streaming charts for the S&P 500. They're on basically 24 hours a day, Monday through Friday. They're closed for like 1 hour between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Texas time. After that, they're always on 5 days a week. There's also, I stream gold, and I have members that watch gold every day. They trade gold. That's all they do. They trade gold. They make money trading gold. All right. And that list has been growing. I notice more and more people are watching gold and they're trading gold, watching the streaming charts. That's great. So there's 2 streaming charts, S&P 500 and gold. When you join, just ask me, hey, Gittes, and member chat, where do I get the link for gold? And I'll give it to you. You can watch the stream. Okay. Now for the S&P 500 and the Gittes Plus indicator that we looked at today in that awesome 5-minute chart, it sends an alert over to here, to the alerts channel. And guess what? Gold does the same thing. Okay. So you might want to right click on this channel right here, S&P 500 or gold or both, whatever one you want to watch for the alerts, and turn the notifications on. Okay. Premium symbols. I always put premium symbols into this channel Monday through Thursday, every day after market closes. There's future symbols in there. There's the industry and sub-industry symbols in there. There's going to be optionable stocks in there. There might be some shorts in there. There's all kinds of symbols in there. You might want to check them out. Yeah, the Gittes only posts. This is where I put the link for this video, the daily video. So you get a video every day, Monday through Thursday. A video on the market. And I usually, anyway, the link goes in there. And you can watch the video in there, or it could also it'll take you to YouTube if you want to go to YouTube, that's fine. And I also post in here at night when the emails go out. So you might want to right click on this as well and just turn notification on so you know when the emails go out. Okay, speaking of emails, when you join, drop your email address in the emails only channel. Discord when you join Discord, they probably force you to give your email if I remember correctly, but I don't get that email. Okay, I don't have access to your email address. Discord does not give that out. So if you want emails, the nightly email, drop it in here. And what you're going to get is the daily chart of the S&P 500. And on there is the support and resistance lines. There's the daily cycles on there that have been really good. And yeah, you want that. And I usually give a couple sentences or more of my opinion about what the market's going to do the next day. All right. Some people join just for the email. They want to know the nightly email. Some people join for the streaming charts and the email. So, you can get one or both, whatever you want. Solar activity. Yes, I track solar activity and I predict earthquakes using it. There, I said it. Fixed income. Yeah, I trade corporate bonds sometimes. If I do, I'll put it in there, okay? And then these 2 channels are just where we do most of our chatting. Okay, I try to keep this channel S&P 500 strictly to trading itself. You can put NASDAQ and stuff in there if you want, and S&P 500 can all go in this channel, okay? Any other type of chat, just put it in member chat, okay? Just think about this. This is everything you're getting in this vertical rectangle for $7.99. The public doesn't get any of this. You have to pay to get into this. Okay, these are all private channels. Or, paid-only channels, I should say. Okay. That's a lot for $7.99, okay? You're getting the streaming charts for gold and S&P 500. You're getting the alerts that go with it. You're getting the premium symbols. You're getting the nightly, daily videos. You're getting the nightly email. I'm tracking solar activity and the way it impacts a lot of things on the earth, including the market. Okay, the support. If you have any support issues, you can just put it in member chat. It's usually, hey, I'm not getting my email, and I'll take care of it. Let's talk about the rules. You got to know the rules. If you join and you don't know the rules and break the rules, I'm going to be in your face about it. It's going to be your fault because I'm telling you right now, you need to read the rules. So when you join, read the rules first. And here's the refund rules. And here's the be nice to everybody else rules. Don't post any dirty, nasty language. I don't want any links going to nasty content. If you do that, you're gonna get a hard rebuke, man. I'm gonna force you to remove the content, and then I'm gonna probably kick you off the server as punishment. And you can come back in, of course. If you start being a jerk again, you're gonna get banned. Okay, so don't mess with me. And here is also a disclaimer that I don't give financial advice. Okay, everything on this server, no matter who's saying it, what they're doing, I don't care, me, anybody else, is strictly educational purposes only. No financial advice is implied. You are responsible for your own trades, man. That's the way it's got to be, guys and gals, okay? Yes, I believe the service is going to help you become a much better trader if you're patient. Okay? Invest in yourself, buy 3 months, right? Multiply by 3, spend $25, right? 8 times 3, $24, $25, whatever it is. Invest in yourself, okay? And start just slowly chipping away, becoming a better trader. All right, and I'm a Christian, I'm a conservative. Don't bring your leftist garbage on my server. I don't want to hear it. If you do, you're going to get rebuked hard. Okay, yes, you can join. I don't care if you're a Democrat, whatever political party you are, you're more than welcome to join. Just don't bring your garbage on the server, okay? All right, I think that pretty much covers everything. Today was an awesome day of trading. Oh my gosh. Gold has been pulling back, then bouncing and pulling back and forth between 2,300 and 2,400. So lots of opportunity there. SP 500 has been absolutely rampaging. I know I got some traders that trade the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ and SP 500, they approximately track each other. So a lot of opportunities here. So happy trading, everybody. God bless everybody. We'll talk to you all real soon next time.